So, I've been having questions about my macro splits and how I design them and stuff like that. And so I'm just going to talk about some of the things that the clients have came to me and asked me about, and asked, like, how does this work when everyone says don't do this? And my main concern that clients come to me about is their carb counts. And so we live in a society where carbs are just this big, bad, awful thing that makes everybody huge and fat. And there's all these diets where you just kill your carbs, just cut all your carbs and go keto body and stuff like that. And don't get me wrong, you can do that and you can live a lifestyle like that if that's what you want. But if you're 21 years old, do you want to go the rest of your life without eating bread? Do you want to go the rest of your life without eating pasta? And if you do, hey, feel free to do it. And so when I do my splits, a lot of times I'll have some high carb days or some extremely high carb days, depending on what your purchase is on the website and your ultimate goal. And so when clients come to me and they say, I want to lose 10 pounds, and let's just say we're just going to set a carb split. We're just going to say, I tell them, okay, well, you need to eat 450 grams of carbs every day. And they look at me and they go, I'm going to lose 10 pounds in 8 weeks eating 450 grams of carbs a day. I've never heard such an absurd thing in my life. Well, the reason we're going to do that is because we're going to get your macro split set down. We're going to also have your fats at a certain level, and we're also going to have your protein at a certain level. And the way that works out is it's going to blend in with you're going to be expending calories, you're going to be expending carbs, you're going to be using carbs for energy while you're working out. Your body is going to take the carbs and convert it into energy, and what you don't use could possibly turn into fat. But with your split being correct, you're not going to have a surplus of it. You're also going to, as a client, like, I'm going to tell you, like, foods that are high in carbs but low in fat, and they're low in sugar, so you don't get like a surplus of carbs and sugar. Versus, like, if I tell you to eat noodles, and let's say there's 50 grams of carbs and there's only 0.5 grams of fat in your cup of noodles, versus a Rice Krispie, which has, let's just say, I'm pretty sure it's like 18 or 20 grams of sugar, and there's 7 grams of fat, and there's 50 grams of carbs. You see the difference there. You're getting a healthy carb for energy versus all this extra stuff that's involved in these other foods. And so this, like, that's why I set you at certain carb counts, or I set you at a certain fat content. Trust me when I say I'm going to have your split set up where if you're taking in those carbs, you're still going to lose weight and you're going to have energy, because I don't want to cut you to 50 grams of carbs for 8 days and you be so depleted and burnt out that you don't enjoy the process, or as I say, embrace the journey. I want you to enjoy working out. I want you to enjoy dieting, and that's my goal. And by setting these counts for you and trying to keep you where you can have certain foods and not be like, you can't eat this and you can't eat this. Because me personally, when someone tells me I can't eat something, I want to destroy it. If someone looks at me and says, Keith, you cannot have any more pasta, for some reason I'm wanting chicken Alfredo every night before I go to sleep. And so these are things that I look at. And now if you're carb sensitive and we determine that in the first 2 weeks, I'll reevaluate your stuff and get your split set up, or we'll cut your carbs or whatever we have to do. But my main concern is to have you enjoy the process of losing weight and show you that there are ways to do it without sacrificing your body. People would not try to be fit and healthy if every day of their life they struggled to eat because they were on such a strict diet that they couldn't even maintain for the rest of their life. That's not the goal. I'll put it to you like this. I eat almost 500 grams of carbs a day, and I split it different weeks, but I'm enjoying what I eat. I'm eating pasta, and sometimes I'm eating pizza, and sometimes I'm eating Rice Krispies if I want some sugar. I don't let my eating deter me and cause so much stress on my body that I can't build muscle and that I'm worried about my weight. Not everybody can do that, and I'll assess that when we have our first 2 weeks into our programs. But honestly, I want you to enjoy what you're doing. And that's what I have to say on the issue, guys. Core Fitness is here to help you, and I appreciate you listening. Y'all have a great night.